Taxonomic category. Classification is not a single step process but involves hierarchy of steps in which each step represents a rank or category. Since the category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called the taxonomic category, and all categories together constitutes the taxonomic hierarchy. Each category, referred to as a unit of classification, in fact, represents a rank and is commonly termed as taxon, plural taxa. Taxonomic categories and hierarchy can be illustrated by an example. Insects represents a group of organisms sharing common features like three pair of jointed legs. It means insects are recognizable, concrete objects which can be classified and thus were given a rank or category. Can you name other such groups of organisms? Remember, groups represents category. Category further denotes rank. Each rank or taxon in fact represents a unit of classification. These taxonomic groups or categories are distinct biological entity and not merely morphological aggregates. Taxonomical studies of all known organisms have led to the development of common categories such as kingdom, phylum or division for plants, class, order, family, genus and species. All organisms, including those in the plant and animal kingdoms, have species as the lowest category. Now, the question you may ask is how to place an organism in various categories. The basic requirement is the knowledge of characters of an individual or group of organisms. This helps in identifying similarities and dissimilarities among the individuals of the same kind of organisms as well as of the other kind of organisms. Species. Taxonomic studies consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities as a species. One should be able to distinguish one species from the other closely related species based on the distinct morphological differences. Let us consider Mangifera indica, Solanum tuberosum, potato, and Panthera leo, lion. All the three names, indica, tuberosum, and leo, represents the specific epithet, while the first word, Mangifera, Solanum, and Panthera, are genera and represents another higher level of taxon or category. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithets representing different organisms but having morphological similarities. For example, Panthera has another specific epithet called tigris, and Solanum includes species like nigrum and melageno. Human beings belong to the species sapiens, which is grouped in the genus Homo. The scientific name thus for human being is written as Homo sapiens. Genus. Genus comprises a group of related species which has more characters in common in comparison to species of other genera. We can say that genera are aggregates of closely related species. For example, potato and brinjal are two different species but both belong to the genus Solanum. Lion, Panthera leo, leopard, Panthera pardus, and tiger, Panthera tigris, with several common features, are all species of the genus Panthera. This genus differs from another genus Felis, which includes cats. Family. The next category, family, has a group of related genera with still less number of similarities as compared to genus and species. Families are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive features of plant species. Among plants, For example, three different genera, Solanum, Petunium, and Datura, are placed in the family Solanaceae. Among animals, for example, genus Panthera, comparing lion, tiger, leopard, is put along with the genus Felis, cat, in the family Felidae. Similarly, if you observe the features of a cat and a dog, you will find some similarities and some differences as well. They are separated into two different families, Felidae and Candidae, respectively. Order. You have seen earlier that categories like species, genus, and families are based on a number of similar characters. Generally, order and other higher taxonomic categories are identified based on the aggregates of characters. Order, being a higher category, is the assemblage of families which exhibit a few similar characters. The similar characters are less in number as compared to different genera included in a family. Plant families like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae are included in the order Polymoniales, mainly based on the floral characters. The animal order Carnivora includes family like Felidae and Candidae. Class. This category includes related orders. For example, order Primata, comparing monkey, gorilla, and gibbon, is placed in the class Mammalian, along with order Carnivora, that includes animals like tiger, cats, and dogs. Class Mammalia has other orders also. Phylum. Class comparing animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, along with mammals, constitute the next higher category called phylum. All these based on the common features like presence of notochord and dorsal hollow neural system are included in phylum Chordata. In case of plants, classes with a few similar characters are assigned to the higher categories called division. Kingdom. All animals belong to various phyla are assigned to the highest category called kingdom Animalia in the classification system of animals. The kingdom Plantae, on the other hand, is distinct and comprises all plants from various divisions. Henceforth, we will refer to these two groups as animals and plant kingdoms. The taxonomic categories from species to kingdom have been shown in ascending order, starting with species in figure 1.1. These are broad categories. However, taxonomists have also developed subcategories in this hierarchy to facilitate more sound and scientific placement of various taxa. Look at the hierarchy in figure 1.1. Can you recall the basis of arrangement? Say, for example, as we go higher from species to kingdom, the number of common categories goes on decreasing. Lower the taxa, more are the characteristics that the members within the taxon shares. Higher the category, greater is the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at the same level. Hence, the problem of classification became more complex. Table 1.1 indicates the taxonomic category to which some common organisms like housefly, man, mango, and wheat belong. Summary. The living world is rich in variety. Millions of plants and animals have been identified and described, but a large number still remain unknown. The very range of organisms in terms of size, color, habitat, physiological and morphological features make us seek the defining characters of living organism. In order to facilitate the study of kinds and diversity of organisms, biologists have evolved certain rules and principles for identification, nomenclature, and classification of organisms. The branch of knowledge dealing with these aspects is referred to as taxonomy. The taxonomic studies of various species of plants and animals are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry, and in general for knowing our bioresource and their diversity. The basis of taxonomy, like identification, naming, and classification of organisms, are universally evolved under international codes. Based on the resemblance and distinct difference, each organism is defined and assigned a correct scientific or biological name, comparing two words as per the binomial system of nomenclature. An organism represents or occupies a place or position in the system of classification. There are many categories or ranks and are generally referred to as taxonomic category or taxa. All the categories constitutes a taxonomic hierarchy.